your company is not desired, when it seems that your company is not desired, it's an opportunity for offense. When your calls are not responded to, when your text messages are not replied to, then her third point of offense, she came to Jesus and worshipped him. Verse 24, we are on 24, brother. She came to Jesus and worshipped him. And then she said, verse 23, she came and worshipped him and said, Lord, help me. Is it a bad thing to say? Is it a wrong thing to say? And then when she said, Lord, help me, Jesus answered and said, I am not sent. It is not meet to take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. He said it to her. What she was coming for was healing. Jesus saw it as bread. She was coming from Tyre and Sidon. Jesus saw her as a dog. And the children of Israel are the children, and then the healing is their bread. So the third point of offense is when derogatory remarks are made about you, your tribe, your sex to illustrate a point. Analogies are made with your tribe, where you come from, your educational background, to illustrate a point. That do you understand? You come from yes, your tribe. They use you as an example. And they are using to illustrate a point that when people are receiving healing, those who come from Israel are children, and those who come from other nations are dogs. And your tribe is one of the dogs. I don't know whether you have been referred to as a dog before. But I've seen people who were happily serving in the church, and their pastor was illustrating a point that when you are a shepherd and you have sheep, the sheep follow the shepherd. So he calls these people, and they were pastors, and he says they should kneel down and put their hands on the floor and be following him like sheep. Everybody was laughing. Everybody around was laughing. But they didn't find it funny. Because they are pastors. They are powerful men. They are social figures. And you say I should crawl on my hands and my shoulder and be saying meh, meh, meh. It was a problem. I don't think any of them is in the church. I don't think any of them is in the church. So sometimes when you are preaching and you are looking at people and you are pointing your fingers, and they are pastors and they are shepherds, and you are using them as an example, you see that it can generate a pain in their hearts. And from that day you see that their faces have changed. They don't smile anymore. They don't clap anymore. They don't stand up anymore. They don't shout anymore in the church. They become quiet in the church. Jesus said, if you can overcome offenses that are thrown at you, great is your faith. Then the woman said, truth. I see the point you are trying to make. And I agree with you. I agree with you. Will you agree with a spiritual diagnosis about your life? Because sometimes there's a spiritual diagnosis. Yes. Because Jesus was giving a spiritual diagnosis, not just an insult. He was not insulting her. Yeah. Yeah. And I've seen people who are happier than you. Leading choruses to be happy and just be clapping at camp meetings. And then when a little illustration, something is said, something is made, you see them angry and bitter for a long time. Then one day they refer to that day when you made that statement. Okay, so that time you were offended. I didn't know that. Jesus gave us a warning. Take heed to yourself. When people are happy, they don't take heed to themselves. Yeah. And sometimes people, you can be here for a long time, and because you have been here for a long time, you don't take heed to yourself. Recently, 6 pastors took us to court in Accra. And they started to say things. Hey, you will not even believe it. Hey, get up. We come and then we use people. Things that you do with your heart for God, they redescribe them as, what do they call it? They said, years of abuse. We have something we call Sunday, maximize Sunday usage. We have something we call. You were with us when we were doing it. You didn't say that it is something that we say. You were part of it. You enjoyed it. Nobody would tell you that stay after.